Welcome to my Professional Learning Network website. It begins on the homepage with a picture and a welcome statement that has a goal that emphasizes that this website is to be used to be a resource to assist others to develop and expand their professional learning network. I also have a little clock back here in the background emphasizing that collaboration can be day or night and there's no limit on the time in which that can be done. And also encouraging you to join a PLN because there's not time to waste and you should begin on developing yourself professionally. We want to reach for the stars and do the best that we can. Page 1 says, what is a PLN? It starts off with a little definition, and there's a link that goes to a Teach Hub article entitled, What is a PLN and why do I need one? It also gives some highlights as to the major things in the article, and there's a short 1 minute, 7-second video that gives further explanation as to what a PLN is. The next page is to build a PLN. There are social media brief explanations on how you would use social media to build a PLN, and each is linked to a video that will give you more in addition to specific directions in addition to the brief explanations that are provided. And there's also an article that talks about connecting with teachers. It's on edudemic.com, and it tells how to connect with other teachers, really emphasizing on collaboration. The next is a global PLN. It tells you there's a variety of things that you can choose from blogs, Twitter, podcasts, different organizations that are showcased here, and you can click through. Each one is linked to give information on each one so that you will be able to connect and to use it. And there's also an article here, a video here that is on global connections. The next page is a local PLN, and there's a description on things that we do already embedded in our job that give us a local PLN within our school, and there are resources that any teacher would be able to use in any grade level in the elementary school to be able to connect, to collaborate, and to get different information. I was careful to share it with everyone so that there would not be a difficulty in being able to get to that information. And this is Kathy Shadrock's Guide to Everything, and it gives information and is a very large resource with tons of information on creating a personal learning network. There's also an article here about having better school and community collaborations, also reminding us to not just think of educators and teachers, but other stakeholders in our community. There are also partners and resources that we can use that will further develop us and to help us in our profession. Next, we go to contributing to a PLN, and there is a graphic here that reminds that we do have to contribute, and then there are different ways that we can get to go to each of these to be able to contribute to a PLN, things that we should do to help so that our collaboration and communication is going both ways. And this is my personal PLN. It gives stories to just briefly say some things that I did and my reflections on using Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest. And I highlighted some of my favorites over here. And I also put a link in to the Twitter chat that my PLN group had. And that's a link to Twitter with our hashtag soft skills chat. And this takes us back home so that we can go back to any further resources. Thank you.